We're rolling. Gino Pettis Adventures. I'm still Gino, and this is my old-time buddy, Mr. Felix. He's the reason there is a Gino Pettis Adventures. So, how's it going, bro?
What's up, Gino? I was just thinking about that yesterday. I was telling you I wasn't even living in Colombia at the time, and I was like, bro, you got to make a channel.
Yeah, it was good. Thank you, Felix. I really appreciate it. Well, Felix, I want to thank my viewers. My channel has just been rocking lately, and they've been really supportive. I mean, like 10x my views. People buying me coffee. It's life is good in El Valle. And
how much is a cup of coffee in
what's that?
How much is not to kind of go off topic, but how much, or to interrupt you, but how much is a cup of coffee where you live? Like, you just want a cup of coffee?
Anywhere you want. You mean a cup of coffee on my channel or in public?
In real life. In real life, you want to go to the
in real
cafe.
Life, it's 2,000 pesos,
so
which is about 75 cents, I guess.
Yeah, 75 cents. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cheap. On my channel, it's a buck if you're a tight ass. And it goes up from there. So feel free. But what I wanted to say, I've had people question my validity of prices in Medellin and Cali and what rents go for. And since how long have you been living in Medellin?
About 3.5 years.
Okay, so you ought to be an expert, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, just take it away.
Yeah, so I've been living here for about 3.5 years. I've had 3 different apartments. I had an apartment when I first, and this wasn't my first time here. I would frequently visited multiple times. I was living in Spain prior to this long stint of time I've been here. I was living in Spain for a month. I said, am I going to go back to the States, or where am I going to go? I said, I'm going to go to Colombia. And more or less, I never left. For a year, from August of 2022 to about August of 2023, I just had an Airbnb, right? On an Airbnb, yes, I was paying a gringo price, but it was, excuse my French, it was a badass apartment. 2 beds, 2.5 baths, 20th floor, gym in the building, next to a mall. I was paying like 4 million pesos, right? Which is...
How much is 4 million pesos?
It was like $1,000 and some change, right?
Yeah.
It was a lot. Okay. Then
that was
my
like
girlfriend
strata 5 and 6, right?
Yeah, it was like top. Yeah, it was the best area of Medellin. Then my girlfriend and I at the time were dating for about almost a year. We decided to get an apartment together, and we went from strata 4 or 5 to strata 3, but still, like, you can't even really tell it's a strata 3. It's still a very good area. And my rent went from basically... Actually, I'll tell you what my rent was exactly. So I was paying at my first apartment, I was paying like 4.4 million pesos, which was like $1,200, right? But it was for convenience. It was furnished. I didn't know if I was staying in Medellin for long term. I didn't really know what my plan was. So I just had something temporary. Once I decided I'm going to stay here, because I don't want to keep moving around. Traveling around is, once you find a place you enjoy, it's good to kind of settle in and build up a routine. Me and my girlfriend got an apartment together where our rent was 2.6 million pesos, which, the peso's a little down right now compared to the dollar.
But then it was like 4,000 to 1, right? So that'd be like $600.
Yeah, so we were paying $600 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment with 2 balconies, right next to a grocery store, right next to a pharmacy, in probably maybe 10 minutes from the mall. Great area. Not in El Poblado, about 20 minutes from El Poblado, which is like the main tourist hub. But I don't want to live in El Poblado personally anyway, because I want the true Colombian experience. And then from there, I ended up buying my apartment, which is now a 3-bed, 2-bathroom with a balcony with the entire view. I could see the entire Medellin from my balcony. I have the most sickest view. Now, yes, I do live pretty high up in the mountains, but I paid $100,000 for an apartment that, at the bare minimum, anywhere in the USA, maybe not like North Dakota, but pretty much anywhere in the USA, this is going to run you $300,000-400,000 grand at the very minimum. But do you want me to break down my expenses, or?
Yeah, I really wish you would.
Yeah, so I know Gino's getting a lot of hate, not hate, or people questioning like, oh,
Flack.
it can't be. What's the word?
Flack.
Oh, flack. Yeah, a lot of flack for, oh, it can't actually be that cheap. Well, yes, it's that cheap, right? So my rent was 2.6 million pesos. That was for a 3-bed, 2-bathroom apartment. I can rent this apartment out if I wanted to for probably about the same thing, but I choose to live in it because I own it. So I don't pay any rent. I pay an HOA fee every single month, which is about 300,000 pesos. So from that, I went from not paying rent to just it's like a HOA fee. It's called an admin fee, right? That's 300,000 pesos, which is about $80. On food per month. Now Medellin costs a little bit more than where Gino lives, but I live with my girlfriend, and she is a very meticulous shopper. On days that they have discounts for meats, she goes to the store. On days that they have discounts for fish, she goes to the store. And then she goes to the store for when they have discounts on like vegetables and fruit. We spend per month about 250 to 300, but I just said 400 just to, but that's everything. That's not just food. That's laundry detergent. That's, toothpaste, toothbrushes. I'm super serious about like my skincare and, brushing my teeth and flossers and soap. That's everything. That's not just food. That's literally everything. That's, we drink from the tap here because in Colombia, the tap water is very good, which I love about Colombia. I'm sure you can attest to, Gino.
Yep.
But that's food. That's every single month. If you go in my freezer, let me see if I can actually show you. Oh, I can show you guys. Gino, you got to see this, right? This is let me see if I could find this photo. Look at this. Look at my freezer.
Nice.
Stacked to the brim.
Yeah.
In daily portions for us. And that's everything. So all in $300 per month. I just put it to 400. I said eating out is about, because me and my girl will go out to eat maybe a month, just like Gino's wife. My wife, or my girlfriend, is an incredible cook. And she cooks better than 99% of most restaurants. But we like to go out.
Stop just a minute. I've had people giving me a lot of flack. Oh, well, you live out in the sticks and it's stupid and there's nothing to do. Well, this guy lives right in the middle of the hot spot in Medellin, and it's costing him $300 a month for his food. So get over it, guys. There you go.
Yeah. And plus, my girlfriend is.
I know it's not all of you, but I got a couple of you out there that need to pay attention.
Yeah, no, I live in the heart of Medellin, but and plus my girlfriend is, and you met her. She's the type of one, and I'm sure you'll get guys on here. Well, oh, I bet you she just wants you for your money, right? My girlfriend is the type of person where if I'm spending and I buy stuff online, she'll ask me, "Why are you buying that? Save your money. Stop doing that." Like, it's.
I got one of those too.
Like, she doesn't want me spending, nor does she want me.
Get this for?
Nor does she want me giving her anything. If sometimes I'll be like, here, put this in your pocket. Go buy yourself something. She's like, no, I'll buy it for myself. Eating out's about $250. Utilities and internet is about $120 USD per month. And then my property taxes, right? Listen to this one. I get a drum roll on this one because in the States, will be like, I don't know, 6, 7, 8,000 a month, depending on, especially if you're in New Jersey, where I'm from. Gino, I pay 1.9 million per year in property taxes.
Yeah. $600 a year.
1.9 million. So to maintain my house, right? And then I'm going to pass it back to you. If I just wanted to live in here and have nothing, 1.9 million plus what, 300,000? That's what, 3.6 million? It's what? It's like 5.5 million for the year to maintain this property between property taxes. That's $1,000 a year.
Yeah,
where
that's
can
like
you get
$350.
No, $1,000 a year to maintain the property.
Yeah, that's $350. Oh, $1,000. You're saying?
Yeah, $1,000 per year. It's like $1,000 per year, or a little bit more. It's like 5.5 million pesos per year between the HOA fee and the property taxes to just live here. So for anybody that says Gino, oh, he lives in the boonies. Okay, yeah, he doesn't live in Medellin, but if you want to live like me, dude, I was living for 2.6 million pesos. That's a 3-bedroom. I have an office. This is a bedroom. I have a room where me and my girl sleep, and then we have another room where she does her thing, right? Because she works from home. But if you want to find a 1-bedroom apartment in Medellin, Bogota, Pereira, Bucaramanga, Cali, dude, you could find a 1-bedroom apartment. Now, nice 1-bedroom apartment, $400 per month, $350. Locals do it all the time. You're just a foreigner who only looks a certain way and at certain listings. I'm not talking about living in the slums either or in the bad neighborhood. I'm talking a nice neighborhood, a strato 3 or 4. You don't need to live in a strato 5 or 6. It's just unnecessary. Your utilities are going to be through the roof, right?
Yeah.
And they're going to charge you more for rent. You can live in I don't live in a strato 5. This is a strato 3 or 4. I think it's a strato 3, honestly, and it's nice.
You might explain that to them about how the utilities vary relative to the strata.
Yeah, strata is basically just like it's technically like basically like it's like it's like in the States. One area is really good, like the suburbs is really good, and you'll probably pay more in property taxes. It's the same thing here. It's based off like income. I'm not 100% sure on like the technicalities of it, but it's based off like income and stuff like that. But if you live in a strata 5 or 6, it'll probably be very nice, super safe. But your HOA, instead of it being 300,000, it'll be 700,000. So instead of paying $80 a month for your HOA fee or your admin fee, you're paying $180 a month. So, but yeah, you don't need to live in a strata like in Medellin. Like a strata 6 is like Poblado, El Tesoro, Llano Grande, which is near the airport. That's like a strata 6, but this is not necessary. But you could live there. But if you wanted to live in Envigado, parts of Poblado, Manila, Itagüí, Sabaneta, Laureles, Belén, all these areas, I'm just naming like different zones, in the Medellin area. You could do it. You could find a spot. It's going to be unfurnished, 1 bedroom. I personally like 2 bedrooms, but 1 bedroom, $300-400 a month. You could do it. I'm telling you, you could do it. Let's just say $400 per month.
And what's food going to cost a single guy?
Is he eating out or is he going to cook?
We'll do it both ways.
Say he could get by on, let's just say $400 a month.
Either way.
Yeah, either
buying
way.
food or buying and eating out or whatever.
$400 per month. I mean, that's good. I mean, think about it, if you're a single guy in the States, if you're going to be doing eating out or buying food, like if you eat out one time in the States, $30 right there. $30 with tip, after tip, $30. Maybe more. Because I was just in the States in August or September. Every place I went to, I was like, all right, let me go stop for a bite to eat. $40.
And that's sometimes I was flabbergasted at what a cheeseburger and fries was at any given place. Doesn't have to be McDonald's. At any burger place, you're going to spend $25 at the drive-up window.
Yeah, and even McDonald's these days. McDonald's isn't cheap. You're gonna pay. A Happy Meal isn't a Happy Meal what it was 20 years ago, where you can be in and out for $2. You're spending $15.
Yeah.
So just call it 20, right? Like it's not cheap. So for anybody questioning, like I live here, I own property here, I have a vehicle here. I'm chilling on and now I have to do a bunch of things. I have a trainer. I go to the gym. I'm about to go to jiu-jitsu in an hour, in 30 minutes, right? I do a bunch of extracurricular things, but I'm all in, Gino, like $1,200-1,300 per month.
There you go. Well,
where can you live on $1,300 a month in the States? Well,
you show me that, and I might go back, but I don't know where it is.
Even if I was paying rent, so they say I'm at $2,000 a month. Say I'm all in at $2,000, right? Because I do fun stuff. I go out, I have fun, I buy stuff. Now, maybe it's not my necessities to live, but where can you live in the States on $2,000 all in?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Where can you
Felix,
live in the States?
really appreciate you helping me out today.
One more thing.
Okay.
Where can you even live on the States on $4,000? To live really good, I'm talking my lifestyle. or your lifestyle.
Your
Where can you
lifestyle
live on
costs you
3-4K?
$6,000, $6,000 or $8,000 for your lifestyle. Freaking gym, it cost you $500. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
But well, it would with jujitsu lessons. I don't know
Yeah,
what
jujitsu in the States. I went to a gym, and then we'll wrap this video up here. The gym that I went to, they were charging almost $200 a month. Here, I pay about like 75 a month.
Cool. Thank you, Felix. I appreciate it. I got a lot of new subs, a lot of new visitors, and
I hope this video rocks like your other videos. Your other
I
videos
just
have
want to
been
keep it real
pumping.
with them, because they're just listening to me. They don't know me from Adam, but that's two of us. They ought to believe part of it. So remember, today is the first day of the rest of your life, and if nothing changes, and nothing going to change. So Felix, thank you, and we will see
Thank you, too.